Okay, so we got the designs done. Here to print out again, retrying online labels, Amazon stuff, sheet labels, 3 different here, 3 different here, only 1 here. Also going to laminate and see how these work, especially because we already know how these are going to turn out if we don't laminate them from the previous attempt. And these give me extra sheets of each one, so we can test both of those. And obviously this is all the same stuff, so got plenty of these to test out. Last minute, I realized I do still have some of the Staples sticker paper left, so I'm gonna go ahead and print this out on this as well. Just test everything out that I have. Okay, so let's go over these after getting them all printed and cut. This is the Staples, laminated. Not mad with the colors. There's a little bit more vibrancy here than there was with the sheet labels. Speaking of, we will get to those in a moment. But had to use a lot more pressure to get these off, but they are peeling off rather easily. And I do like how the paper feels after it's laminated because it doesn't have any weird textures or anything. First, absolute no. And it might have just been I did this one wrong. SLKJ, which is sheet labels, clear gloss. I ran this through the Cricut 3 or 4 different times. It ended up just separating the lamination from the sticker paper and then just cutting through the sticker paper completely, not creating any type of die cut effect. So immediate no. These still haven't dried. These are the sheet label laminate matte. LL is their code. They're still wet. It's been almost an hour and a half of this process. So yeah, all of those just immediately got noped out. This one is the only sheet label one I got to actually work. It's their KG, which is their clear gloss. And that just peeled the lamination off. The Amazon paper. Now, the coloring isn't great on this one. Compared to Staples, they're very similar. You can see it the most in the reds, the difference. The paper itself is also a little bit more yellowy, but that could just be the backing. But like all of the papers, all the colors themselves are just slightly more muted, especially that brown, you can see the difference. But let's go ahead and peel this off. Did really well peeling them off. Just again, that color difference. That's supposed to be a red, not a peach. I meant to laminate this one before I cut it, and I just didn't realize it was at the top of the stack. This is Online Labels. This is how their color looked. We did the black and white version. Absolutely love this. Pretty sure I would get this if I laminated it. This one is the Sheet Labels Clear Gloss, no lamination. And these do peel off. See, I want to like these because that effect is really cool. But honestly, like Online Labels or somewhere else probably has a clear one that we could do, because you could make like see-through effects. This isn't bad. The texture of the paper is just really weird, and I guarantee if I put that on water, that's going to melt. Staples, non-laminated. I know this one's going to fall apart as soon as I put it near any water, but same with the laminated one. It just lacks some of that color and definition. The Amazon sticker paper cut pretty well. Again, it's just gonna melt if I put it in water because it's not laminated and it's not waterproof paper. That's the color. I don't like these at all, and if I use these, it'll be to give out freebies because I don't like how the brighter colors are just completely desaturated. Okay, so I was dumb and exited out of my Cricut stuff before realizing that I had not laminated this one or cut it yet, so everything's off. I tried to get the placements as close as I could, but yeah. Anyway, this is the resistant gloss. Winner right now, I'm still gonna say it would be, oh, this is the weatherproof matte, sorry. I'm gonna say it would be the weatherproof gloss and the matte Tide, because the lamination kind of gives the glossy sheen as well. I just would need to fiddle with the settings to make it actually cut all the way through, but I do really like how these colors turned out the best. Second place would be the Staples paper. Still pretty decent, and the color sphere, everything's just a little bit more muted, but good budget option. Third would be the Amazon, and I'll link this one because it's a specific one from Amazon that I got. Not the best, not horrible, but like it would do. But I would probably just use this for like freebies. And all of these are obviously laminated. Their unlaminated counterparts are farther down the list. The absolute no-goes are any of the sheet labels. Honestly, not worth the waiting for shipping and everything. Just very disappointed in those. And for the love of God, not their LL. Just, you can see how much this smeared. It's finally dry after like 2.5 hours. But like, look how patchy that ink is. And that was on a plain paper setting, not a photo paper setting. I tried a photo paper setting and it was actually worse. So this one was pretty much the control. I forgot to laminate it to test it out, but so this one was Online Labels weatherproof. I want to say it was weatherproof gloss. I'm not 100% sure. This one is the other weatherproof one from Online Labels. So these two passed the water test, and this one passed the scrub test. This passed the scrub test, but failed the water test. Same as this one. Now I'd be curious if I do this again with these two and like make sure that they are fully sealed on, nothing underneath, if they would have the same reaction. Because right now what it's looking like is you want to laminate the weatherproof sticker paper, label paper, in order to make sure that it's actually scrub resistant. Because while this is scrub resistant, it wasn't water resistant. Okay, so I'm gonna use this little red guy for the Amazon and the Seesaw for the Staples. Let's go test this out. Okay, so we know these are gonna pass the scrub test, so we're not doing that again. What we're testing for is if these two are water resistant or not, because that's gonna be the deciding factor here. And that answer looks to be no. Water did still get around the edges of them. This one had actually started peeling it up a little bit. So the Amazon paper actually lasted a little bit better, but you can still see the water got underneath there and significantly on the Staples paper. So that leads me to believe that we should definitely be using laminated weatherproof material. So conclusions from my test. I will probably be using Online Labels weatherproof material, matte, with a laminator to make waterproof stickers. I'll probably just use their gloss for regular stickers. And I'm not mad at that. It very much caught me off guard that that's how it ended up turning out. I know at the beginning I was rooting for the matte because I liked the feel of it. Once I laminated, that took the texture differences out. There will be some playing with the Cricut pressure sensitivity to make sure it's actually cutting through all the way to make the stickers. Agility will probably come out in sticker packs, the little people packs, so you can like make little animations and stuff out of them. And also just like one-off options. So very excited for that. I feel like this has been like a fun little video to put together, and I had a blast making this. And I hope you guys learned something, even if it's just the exact paper and how I'm using it. And this is gonna be where we end the video. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed or got some value, please subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.